Hello, everybody. Jon Gijzen here, tuning in from the Netherlands. If you're watching here with me live, thank you for being here. If you're watching the replay, leave me a comment below, hashtag replay below, so I can see your comment and get back to you. I hope you are having an amazing morning, day, night, evening, depending on where you're tuning in from, of course. Today, I want to give you some advice. If you are starting out as an entrepreneur, I have 3 tips for you that can get you started as an online entrepreneur, especially online entrepreneur. That can be if you are a marketer, coach, trainer, speaker, doesn't really matter. Everybody who is online can learn from these 3 tips. So let's get rolling. Tip number one, ABL. Maybe you heard me talking about this. ABL. Always be learning. So, what am I mean with always be learning? Some people think, oh, I went to school, I've graduated, I have a bachelor degree or a master degree, maybe even two or five or PhD. I am finished. I am done. I quit school. I am now working. So now I can sit down, relax, and stop learning. That's the most crap advice anyone could ever give, that you should stop learning. Because if we don't stop learning, if we don't invest in ourselves, we are not growing. If we are not growing, we are not making progress. If we are not making progress, we are not getting to the place or the goal to we want to be. So basically, we're being stuck in that area which we are right now. And if we don't change, then nothing change and the outcome will also not change. So it starts with you. If you want to change, you have to start with yourself. If you want to be here on this level and you are here, you have to fill that gap. You can do that by learning. So ABL, always be learning. Learn from people you look up to. Learn from people you know who have results. Learn from people you know who are successful. That also brings me back into number two. Tip number two. That's the tip that really hooks onto this one, because you can learn from anybody, but I suggest you be very selective who you learn from. It's not more a fact of what you learn, but who you learn from. I've made that mistake myself too. Um, when I was starting out, I did that as a side business because I was having a regular job, and during my regular job, I used to, try different things. That's good, right? I encourage you to try different things, because if you pick one thing and you stick to it and it's not working and it's not working and you give up, that's sad. I don't tell you that you should jump ship every week and have shiny object syndrome, shiny object syndrome, so that if you have one thing that's not working, 2 weeks you try another thing, 1 week after you try another thing, and then 3 weeks you try something else. That's not what I mean. You have to put in time, you have to put in effort, and from there on you can really um, be selective and be more thoughtful and mindful of who you learn from. You hear me talk about those people a lot, those gurus with big houses, fast cars. They're screaming from the top of their apartments, and they're screaming, "Whoa, I made this money and I'm going to make you financially free. 3 months from now, you're earning, 100K a year, and join me." And blah, blah. That's crap. Don't fall for that trap. What I mean is, be selective who you learn from. Don't look at what people tell you. Look at what they do. Look at their results, but also, even more important, look at the students' results. So I hope that makes sense, because there's a big distinction. Those gurus, mentors, coaches, whatever they call them, can say, I can bring you from A to B in a specific time frame and have outcome Z. But if they cannot uh, prove it, if they don't have a proven record, if they don't walk their talk, then it's very difficult for somebody to trust them. So always do your due diligence. Always, if you're joining an opportunity, if you want to work with somebody, ask yourself this question: can I do this? Is it easy? Is it duplicatable? And also ask yourself, who are the people this mentor work with? They also tell, we have great students, great testimonials. Go find that testimonials. Go find that students. I challenge you to, if they have something big claims, go to their page, look at the testimonials, look those people up on Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, connect with them and ask, hey, X, hey, Y, A, Z, listen up, you're a student of this mentor. What's your result? What's your input? How long are you working with the system? And what's the outcome? And how do you like it? Can you recommend it? Because sometimes, people just, I don't mean this rude, but some people buy testimonials, right? They have 6 courses and they're making a 7th course. They don't have testimonials for that, but they reuse other testimonials for that 7th course. So, I always like to be authentic and have genuine feedback from people. I always say, if you want to tell me something, make a short video, leave a comment in my messenger so I can make a screenshot to use it for other people. Not to put myself to tap on my shoulder, but just to show to other people that it works, that it, works for you. Tell me, or tell the people what it did for you, and tell what transformation did you get, because people don't need education, they need transformation. So be very selective who you learn from. Don't go jump shipping every week. You could, for example, want to learn copywriting, then you follow Russell Brunson for 1 week and you think, it's not the guy. Then you go to Annick Singal and you look for 3 weeks. Seems pretty good, but it's not really, the person I want to follow. Then you go to another one. You just better, do your due diligence, ask for testimonials, look at the results of the students, because then you know that the results are duplicatable and transferable and that their claim is true. So don't look at what they're saying, but look at what they do. Okay, that's my tip to you. The third and last tip is implementation. You want to, especially if you're in marketing or if you're an expert, that can also be a coach, that can also be a trainer. You want to implement. You want to implement fast. I don't consider myself as someone, I'm not very competitive. I don't want to, uh, you know, do this with other people and say, I don't want to give you people, or don't want to refer people to you. I'm very open and I'm transparent and really want to, refer people to other people if it's not a good fit for me, because I want to help people. So the only way to help them, if I not can help them, somebody in my network will. So if you want to keep up with your, if you so will call it, competitor, or the other people in your niche who's doing the same, you want to stand out. And a way to stand out is to be different, but also to implement fast, because many people don't implement fast. Many people say knowledge is power, but knowledge is nothing. Knowledge is just knowledge, and it's in your head. But if you don't put it into action, it's not. It's just knowledge. It's not power. It's only powerful if you implement it. And if you implement fast, then you are ahead of the rest. Then you can set yourself apart from other people. That's where you are being seen as someone more valuable or being a better leader than someone else. Because someone can know it all, they've read 1,000 books, they've done a dozen courses, and in the end, they're still working on their first funnel or their first course or whatever. Yeah, guys, I used to be the same, right? I used to be the guy that was thinking about all the scenarios that could happen. Yeah. So if I go live, I wait. If I go live, what do I need? I need a good cam. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I need a background. Before that, if I don't have a background, I cannot go live. I need a podcast mic. If I don't have a podcast mic, I cannot go live. I have to go to the hairdresser. That's four things, right? I have to shave and I have to look perfect. Oh, the lighting. Oh no, I cannot go live. No, I'm sorry. I have to wait for 2 weeks because I have to really, really go deep diving into the lighting. Which setup should I use? Which ring light? Should it be RGB, only white with color temperature? No, I'll wait. I'll wait. Guys, gals, to be serious, in that period, other people are just doing it, right? Yesterday, I spoke to a person and he said, I really want to do lives. And I said, so what's stopping you, right? If you need help, ask me. I'm more than willing to help you because I started, in the backyard with just my phone. I put my phone on, how do you say it, on a stand and I just pushed, the button and went live. And of course it was hard, but on the other hand, if you do it several times, if you do it on a consistent basis, consistency is key. It's really important to remind that. So if you implement fast what you learn, then you have an advantage over your, if you will call it this way, competition. But if you want to stand out, implementing fast is good. I'm not going to say that if you read something and you want to apply that and you do it for like 20%, that's not what I mean. But if you think, okay, I can do this, and maybe I don't have all the resources or the tools I need to be here, but I can start here. Like I said, I started with doing Facebook Lives in the backyard. No proper lighting. Sometimes the sun was in sunset, so we had harsh light coming in, or it was too dark, or my sound wasn't good. Uh, Last week, somebody called me on my phone during my live. Who cares? I don't care because the only thing that cares is that I'm providing value to you. If I at that time thought, oh, I have to quit my life because somebody's calling me, I cannot spend my time on that because I'm just going to mute my phone and go on with what I'm doing, provide value for you. So these are really quick tips you can implement if you're an online entrepreneur. And it doesn't matter if you're a trainer, if you're a coach, if you're an online marketer, but it's really important to keep those things in mind. So give it a real quick recap. Always be learning, ABL, really short. So the best teacher is the best student. Always be learning. And if you are learning, be selective in who you learn from. Don't learn just from anybody. Do your homework, do due diligence. Difficult word. Ask people who are on testimonials, ask the students, chat with them, ask them open questions. How did it work out for you? How long have you been with this program? Do you have something to share with me, like revenues or profits or the exact amount of leads or money you made? And implement fast. Just take action, because if you do procrastinate, it's only leading to inaction. And remember this: imperfect action beats perfect inaction all the time. Always. Always. So, ladies and gentlemen, people, I hope this contributed a bit to your tips and your guidance on if you're becoming an online entrepreneur. If you have questions, always feel free to reach out. I am going to look in the comments if people throw me some comments and I'm going to answer this. Robert Russell says, great background. Thank you, Russell. Appreciate it. So, um, 3-4 weeks ago, Robert, I did a training on how to set up your own homegrown. 4 weeks ago, Robert, I did a training on how to set up your own professional home broadcasting studio. Now, if you want to see this free webinar I did with all the resources, so all the things I have here, the tools, the resources, the gear, I can send you the link if you like. Please leave me a comment or give a response in this live if you want to see that. It's really great software, and I set up my whole home studio under $300. So that's huge. And yeah, you can hear the sound is good, the quality is good. Also, my backgrounds, it's great. Boom. Absolutely, Robert. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. I said it, right? And that's absolutely true. Small daily efforts over time lead to stunning results. I don't know who this quote is from. People who are following me for a while know I love quotes, but it's true. Some people, go like on a turbocharge, like they go for 3-4 days, then they drop and their consistency drops, and then they think, oh, I have to start. Wait, it's Friday, I'll do it Monday. But if you do it on a consistent basis, if you do it long enough, it becomes a habit. And if it becomes a habit, you don't have to think about it because it's in your subconsciousness, and then it's an automated process. So I hope that makes sense. So you're absolutely right. Great one. Tim, how are you doing? I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here live with me. Yes, Alice. Love this one too. Do what you can with what you have, where you are at this time, moment, and space. A great mentor. Many people will like him, many people don't. Dan Locke, I learned high ticket closing from him. In my perception, he's one of the best at teaching what he does. He always said, it's never a lack of resources, but it's always a lack of resourcefulness. Like I said, that's a great example. I spoke about this, Alice. I don't know if you were here, but I said, if you want to do Facebook Lives, for example, I started with this one, like with the phone in my backyard. The light circumstances weren't good because sometimes it was sunset, sometimes light wasn't good because it was harsh light from the sun, and the sound wasn't good. Sometimes it was too dark. Sometimes the phone clapped to the table. Like last week, somebody called me in a Facebook Live. You can never be 100% prepared, but please don't let that stop you from doing nothing. If you need help, for example, with doing Facebook Lives, or have any other question about branding, marketing, and mindset, please leave a comment here. Hit me up on Messenger. I'm always willing to help. I love to help because I want to see you grow. I want to help you as in your journey to become a more successful entrepreneur. To learn the right marketing strategies, to learn how to develop a growth mindset, to think different, like like Alice wrote. It's you can do it with what you have, where you are right now, and work on from there. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. It's really simple. Laila, thank you so much for tuning in. How are you doing? It's been a while since we've been in contact. Nice that you're here with us. Thank you so much for joining us. So, hope I answered your questions. Also, before I forget, today it's Webinar Wednesday. that connects really well with we had here. Be selective who you learn from, because our mentor tonight is doing a webinar. She's doing it every Wednesday. It's a we call it I always call it Webby Wednesday. Many people who are not used to making money online, who didn't have any good engagement, who never did anything online, are following this system, have results in more engagement, results in more confidence, results of getting things done, results of doing Facebook Lives, results in getting payments, all of those things. So if you want to join, that's today. It's like I said, a live webinar. You can see it here in the ticker. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can go here to register successonline in 2021.com. So it's the live webinar, not an evergreen webinar where you go through a funnel and they capture your email and you've been forwarded to one of those pre-recorded videos. No, it's live with testimonials. So if you can, make sure you be there in the connection with be very selective who you learn from. Okay. That being said, ladies and gentle people, thank you for being here live with me. And for now, wishing you an amazing day, night, evening, afternoon, and see you on the next one.